Earning a living on the streets has put the women in direct contact with death. A dangerous game of cat and mouse ensues in Band of Gold on Central at 10:40 after Central News.
Trouble with this town is everyone wants to be in the movies. It's pathetic.
Say, you want to be in the movies?
Me?
You've got just what I need. And cut! I love you and I love you. All right, now it's time for the close-up. Bring in the real actresses.
Give them the 106.
I'd rather die.
No!
With BT, how much is a 20-minute call to Hale Zone this weekend?
90 pence.
85 pence.
180 to £2. About 150 to £2.
25. About a pound. Or maybe 50 pence.
The actual cost is just 20p, or less with one of BT's discount packages.
No. Impossible. That is cheap. Very cheap. Excellent. Brilliant. Very good.
BT's discount packages could save you even more. Call free phone 0800 22 2299.
Winter hair health advice.
You know how much fun winter can be, but constantly going from cold to hot can leave hair dry and fly away. To help your hair get through the winter, I recommend Pantene Pro-V. Its pro-vitamin B5 not only nourishes the root, but penetrates to the very tip, leaving your hair so healthy looking it shines, however long the winter may be.
Pantene Pro-V, daily treatment for healthy looking hair.
6:30 in the morning. I must be mad. But you've only got to look at them to know why I do it.
Good boy, Storm. Fetch it.
After all that exercise, they can't wait to get stuck into a really meaty meal.
At Pedigree, we understand a dog's needs. And thanks to our vets and animal nutritionists at Waltham, the world's leading authority on pet care and nutrition, Pedigree Chum has all the nutrients dogs need and the meatiness they love.
I wouldn't even consider giving them anything but the best.
Pedigree Chum. Top breeders recommended.
I feel bugged up.
Weapon selected. The mighty Mucron. Decongest. Unblock. High power. Fast action.
That's better.
The mighty Mucron knocks the stuffing out of colds, flu and catarrh.
Is this your bathroom in the morning?
Oh!
Now, add another with Saniflo pumping systems. For more details, call free phone Saniflo.
B is for body, strong, supple. L, low in fat. T is for taste, delicious wheat, rice and malt. K is for breakfast. Kellogg Special K.
Cheltenham and Gloucester mortgages are also available at your local branch of Lloyds Bank, so they're even easier to pick up. Ring 0800 333 900 and see how Cheltenham and Gloucester is run to make you richer.
It's less than you think.
Good evening from Central. Parents in a town at the centre of a meningitis scare have been told not to panic about a shortage of the vaccine. Health officials admit their stocks have run out, but say people aren't at risk. Emma Hurd reports.
A helpline has been receiving hundreds of calls each hour since North Nottinghamshire Health Authority revealed it had run out of the meningitis vaccine. At the weekend, 7,000 2 to 18-year-olds in Retford were given the jab after an outbreak of the illness. But when stocks ran low, doctors had to turn people away.
The state of the vaccine is that we've run out at the moment. We're hoping to get some more stocks in later in the week. However, in terms of a public health problem, we feel we're now on top of the situation. The vaccine protects the individual. The antibiotic is designed to remove the bacteria from people's throats and effectively disinfect the community for this bug. So those who haven't been protected individually by the vaccine have the protection from the antibiotic that we've used on so many people now in the Retford area. It's probably the safest place in the country to be now.
Doctors say stocks of the vaccine will have to be brought in from overseas before more people in Retford can be immunised.
A 16-year-old pupil at a top public school has been found hanged after being reprimanded for being out at a nightclub. It's thought he may have taken amphetamine drugs during the evening. Jane Saggers reports.
Messages and flowers around the silver birch tree where 16-year-old Sam Bingley apparently took his own life. The lively, popular and intelligent schoolboy was a boarder at Stamford School. On Friday night, he'd broken school rules and by chance was caught at a local nightclub by one of his tutors.
Obviously, he saw the housemaster, who was obviously concerned, and being a responsible person acting on behalf of his parents, in the responsible way that parents would act, told him that he was to see him the next morning and sent him off to bed.
What sort of a reprimand would he have had?
Well, in these sort of circumstances, I hope he would have received the sort of reprimand that good parents would have given in this way.
The police have confirmed that toxicology tests are being carried out after it's thought Sam may have taken the drug amphetamine several hours before he died. Fellow pupils are also being interviewed to establish whether Sam could have been on a downer after taking the drug when everything became too much for him. Stamford School has more than 200 boarders in a school of more than 900 boys. Sam had just passed 8 O-levels and was sitting Russian, French and English at A-level. It's the first time in the school's 460-year history that a pupil has apparently committed suicide, and other pupils and staff are being given professional counselling.
A 50-year-old man has undergone life-saving surgery after being blasted in the stomach with a shotgun. Mike Dolan reports.
Police were called to this travellers' site in Northampton after a man was shot. More than 50 officers from all over the county were involved in the operation. People living on the council-run site were moved away as police sealed off the area and began searching for the gunman. The nearby 845 was closed. The injured man was taken to Northampton General Hospital where he underwent emergency surgery. He's seriously ill. Police have spent the day examining the site. Officers say they're continuing their hunt for the gunman.
British Coal is tonight bracing itself for thousands of claims for compensation following an industrial disease test case. In it, 9 miners claim their hands were permanently damaged through using heavy machinery. Karen Whiteman reports.
At the High Court in Newcastle, the miners who've won the right to seek compensation for a painful condition, which they say makes the simplest task almost impossible. It's said to affect men who've been exposed to vibrations from machinery like drills and pneumatic picks. Former miner James Penman from Mansfield in Nottinghamshire says it's left his hands virtually useless.
Little things like gardening. I can't use cutting the grass, the mower, you know, with the cold and the grip. I can't cut my nails. Daughter does that. As I say, shaving, I sometimes cut my face. Anything to do with the fingers where you go to grip is most difficult.
Today's ruling states that British Coal should have known about the problem in 1973 and by 1975 should have taken action to protect its workforce.
If it is found that they did not do enough, then they will be liable to pay compensation. To decide that, there will be a further action, a further trial before the same judge.
But today's judgment does allow James Penman to proceed with his claim. He's likely to be joined by thousands of others. In a brief statement, British Coal says it will now consider the judgment and its implications in detail.
Finally, one of the world's most expensive delicacies is to produce in the East Midlands, thanks to wastewater from a chemical factory. Duncan Rycroft reports.
Spondon in Derbyshire, its most famous landmark, the giant Courtauld chemical plant. In hot tanks here, fish farmers who began breeding St Peter's fish for food are now rearing sturgeon for their eggs, and Spondon could become a caviar capital. The farm uses wastewater from the factory, and its fish thrive in temperatures of 90 degrees Fahrenheit. To heat the water would cost the farm millions of pounds, but in a green deal it's recycling what's already been used. 20,000 fish were produced each day over the summer. It's hoped that sturgeon will breed just as successfully and that the world's glitterati will be wolfing Spondon caviar with their blinis and champagne.
And that's all from us for now. We're back at 6:15 tomorrow morning. From all the late team, good night.
Central Weather, sponsored by Stay Bright Windows. The clear choice, whatever the weather.
Hello again. Well, a mild week's on the way, but a bit of a short, sharp shock for the weekend, I'm afraid. Tonight, then, it'll become dry across the whole region. Any cloud breaks coupled with light winds will allow some patchy mist to develop towards dawn. Fog is possible too through eastern parts, but it shouldn't be a cold night, around 4 Celsius, that's 39 Fahrenheit. By morning, many of us can look forward to hazy, sunny spells, but that mist and fog will be rather slow to clear over in the east. The afternoon too will remain dry with continuing sunny periods, and that milder feel will still be with us, but eastern parts will stay murky and will be cooler. Wednesday will be much like Tuesday, with mist and fog slow to clear, but varying amounts of cloud and sunshine around. As you can see, temperatures still into double figures. That's it from me for now. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
The Central 7-Day Weather Line, 0336 40 40 10.
Rush hour, crush hour, hustle and bustle. Leave them all behind and come with us to the heart of the country. You won't need your coat or your Wellington boots because we'll bring the countryside to you in the heart of the country. Tuesday nights at 7:30 on Central.
Cricket is about organisation. I haven't got a 12th man. Friendly opposition.
New ground. Old team. Old team, new attitude.
Sportsmanship.
I am saying I am not out because you did not dislodge the bails.
A competitive spirit.
We need 6 to win, Kev. No rush. We'll take them in singles. Super.
But this being Outside Edge, it's all a little different. Tuesday at 8:30 on Central.
When Michael Keaton loses a partner and a friend, he needs to prove he's one good cop in our film premiere.